Up next, we got two quest lines, which both are kind of sad. We have Dialos and a new NPC we have never seen before called Jar Baron.
Ah, it's you, is it? I'm terribly sorry. But would you mind giving me some time to myself? I haven't achieved anything at all thus far. Even though I've dirtied my hands time and time again, I'm still yet to achieve anything. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been. How did it take me so long to realize, honestly? There's just no end to my foolishness, is there?
Now, in order to do Jar Baron's questline, we're going to be here on the east side of Lirna, and we need to travel to a place called Jarsburg. Now, it took me a very long time to find this area, but from that boss up that was up there, I already forgot the name of that kind of boss. You're going to see these stepping stones, and you're going to go all the way down. And this is an area that I had never ever been to. Right off the bat, you can see a jar literally right there. Now there's going to be a little Jar Baron, which is he's kind of cool. He's actually really funny, cute jar if you want to put it in that sense. And basically you're going to be talking to him, resting, talking, resting, talking, resting until Dialos and even Alexander is introduced later on.
Hello, Cuz. What are you doing here? I didn't think anyone knew about this place. Except us Jars. Ah. Are you going to be the new potentate? Gosh. Truly. That's wonderful news. It's not easy being potentate, though. I know. Show me your hands. It's just a little test, Cuz. To see if you've got the right stuff. Your skin isn't so smooth, is it? You need slick, slidey hands to be potentate, you know? I'm sorry, Cuz. But I don't think you've got what it takes. What a shame. Don't look so glum, Cuz. We can still chat. Potentate or not, come back and visit me. When you can. Oh! Hello again, Cuz. I'm happy you came back. I have good tidings for you, Cuz. Have you noticed the rare flowers growing in this village? I asked the villagers if you could pick some of them, and they said you'd be very welcome. Go on, Cuz. You really should pick some of our flowers. Who knows? They might be of some use.
Now, I had sped run the second playthrough, so I never met Alexander at that first initial encounter where I hit him out of the ground. So, if you're this far, you can see him at Redmane Castle, and if you're further, you can see him at the top of Mount Gelmir next to the lava monster. So, you can still have his interaction. You need to talk to him at least once in order to continue Jar Baron's questline from this point.
Ah, hello again. Say, Cuz. Have you met Uncle Alexander? He used to live here with us, but then he left to be a champion. I asked to go with him, but he said, "The path of champions must be trod alone." So heroic, right? I miss him, though. If you see him, you should ask him to teach you how to fight, Cuz. He's big and tough and strong. Uncle Alexander said he won't be back again.
My home is of the past, and the past, as they say, is a different country.
I suppose that's part of being a warrior, isn't it? So, please don't tell anyone, Cuz. But I'm actually a warrior jar as well. One day, I'll be just like Uncle Alexander. Then I'll have to leave the village to become a champion. Uncle Alexander,
My home,
I suppose that... Ah, do you know what a poacher is, cuz? They hunt us, smash us, and then take us away. This village is kept secret, so I think we're safe here. But you should be careful if you ever meet one of them, cuz I hope Uncle Alexander beats them all up first. Those awful poachers. I hope Uncle Alexander beats them all up.
After Jar Baron mentions poachers being a threat to Jarlsberg and to his people, you then want to go back to Volcano Manor, and now you're going to talk to Diallos. This is also after you've completed 2 contracts of Volcano Manor. This is the only way that Diallos questline will continue and will combine with Jar Baron and his questline.
It's just as my noble brother says. I'm a complete fool. I can't believe I thought I could become a champion. Perhaps I am a fool after all. No, it's worse than that. As things stand, I've given up on the path of revenge and sullied the name of my house. What an easy mark I must have been.
Once you're done with that encounter with Diallos, you're going to go back to Jarlsberg and continue the repetition of talking and resting at the site of grace.
Oh, hello again, cuz. Have you heard? A new potentate's come to the village. I think he said his name was Diallos. He seems a little down in the dumps, but his hands, as smooth as silk. I don't know. I'm a little disappointed, actually. Even though good Sir Diallos has a wonderful suit of armor, he says he isn't a warrior. And since he's a coward, he won't be fighting anymore. His smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
From here, you're going to go all the way down. It's not that far away. You're going to go down to this shack right here, and you're going to see Diallos mending to one of the other pots. And you're going to talk to him here.
Aren't you full of beans? No wonder you're covered in muck. Oh, my friend, it's been far too long. I have to say you caught me at a rather low point. But as you see, I've put all that behind me. Left the Volcano Manor, forging my own path now, making my own choices. Even a fool like me can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow. A fool I may be, but I can look after some simple jars. Do you pity me? Well, don't. I feel like for the first time in my life, I'm on the straight and narrow.
Diallos' smooth and silky hands feel nice when he pats us. But I wish we had a potentate big and strong like you.
This is where both quest lines take a dark turn. After you've done all of that, you will rest the site of grace one more time, and you will see that Jarlsberg is in ruin. It has been attacked by poachers. Here's Jar Baron to talk more about that.
Oh, cuz, I'm glad you came. But we're fine now. Diallos fought the poacher, though quite a lot of us got broken. I won't cry, though. I'm a warrior, Jar. A warrior. The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I want to be one day, cuz. Even if I'm scared, I'll still fight to protect everyone.
You. Are the jars? Are they all right? Did I defend them? Then all is well. This fool proved his worth in the end.
The tale of House Hoslow is told in blood. That's the kind of warrior I'm going to be. One who protects everybody.
Now for Bach the Seamster. I don't remember how far I went through his questline. I know basically I just missed the very last end part. But you need to get the gold alloyed needle that you're going to give to Bach so he can become a better seamster. You're going to do all the same dialogue with him, but you are not going to give him a larval tear. For the love of God, do not give him a larval tear. You may think you're helping him out, but you're really just crushing his self-esteem. And he's too nice of a person to do that. So you're gonna do this instead.
You're beautiful.
Bach the Seam ready to make... Did I just hear my mum speaking? Thank you very much. Mum was always the only one who said I was beautiful. And now, my dear Lord, let me hear her voice. Oh, please, if I may dream just once, do you feel the same way my mum did, my lord? Do you think I'm beautiful, despite these looks? Oh, my lord, my dear lord, I, Bach the Seamster, am forever in your service. May the throne of Elden Lord be yours. Going, please.
And that is the correct ending for Bach the Seamster. Alright, now, in the very bottom of the depths of the capital, under the sewers, all the way at the bottom where you're going to fight Mog, after this, I didn't realize there was a secret entrance, and this is what's going to lead to the final piece for Hiera's questline, which is the final piece to unlock the Frenzied Flame ending. Now, you're going to see in a moment here that once you defeat the Maug, the boss here, you're going to hit the pedestal-looking thing behind the chest, and the wall is going to come down, revealing a secret entrance. Now, as of where I'm at right now, there's actually a blocked wall there because I have not fought Morgoth yet. I gotta fight and kill Morgoth first in the capital to then unlock that area, which I just did right now. While I'm in the capital, we can get that one armament, the legendary armament back that is on this coiled sword. Now be very careful because I almost fell multiple times trying to get there, and I almost died multiple times getting there. Actually, no, that's not true. I did die multiple times getting there. But whatever. Once you defeat Morgoth and you get the item, you're gonna go back to the catacomb where that was leading to, and basically you're gonna Dark Souls 3 your way all the way down. You're gonna just shimmy all the way down through the stuff, kind of do parkour. Make sure you land on the edges of the edge because oh, you see like that, I almost died. It's a very long drop, so you got to make sure that you time everything with absolute perfection. Once you get all the way to the bottom, you're gonna come across Hieta. There's gonna be a side of grace there, so obviously I would like the side of grace first. You're gonna come across Hieta, you're gonna talk to Hieta, and then she's gonna give you the dialogue that's gonna continue the Frenzied Flame ending. After that, you're gonna actually talk to the three fingers, which is the three. They are the ones that instill the frenzy onto you. You're gonna see it's actually gonna burn your body in the cutscene. The cutscene's really cool, but it's gonna literally leave a burn of frenzy on your body. So, and then, and also I need to say that when you go to talk to the three fingers, you need to be completely unclothed. You can't have any items or clothing on. I don't know why. That's just how it is. So yeah, with that being said, here's the dialogue and here's the cutscene.
So you're here as well, are you? I realized as we've talked, I'll be a maiden, and you, surely a lord. Go to the door ahead. After divesting yourself of your possessions, it will surely open, and the three fingers will welcome you. May the flame of chaos find purchase within you. The flame of chaos has nestled within you. Could you please rest your hand upon me? Burn me with the flame to make me your maiden. Oh, it burns. My eyes, they're melting. Thank you. I have touched them. The words of the three fingers. As your maiden, allow me to divine them. All that there is came from the one great. Then came fractures, and births, and souls. But the greater will made a mistake. Torment, despair, affliction, every sin, every curse, every one born of the mistake. And so, what was borrowed must be returned, melted all away with the yellow chaos flame, until all is one again. Those who gave me grapes howled without words, saying they wished they were never born. Become their lord, take their torment, despair, their affliction, every sin, every curse, and melt it all away. As the Lord of Chaos, no more fractures, no more birth.
Alright, now there's actually one more piece for Jarbaron's quest line. So once you defeat Alexander at the Crumbling Farum, you get his innards. With his innards, you actually are going to give those innards of Alexander to Jarbaron. And he's basically going to thank you because, one, he's going to know the destiny of his uncle. He's going to know what happened to him. And then two, he's actually going to use those innards to put into himself to become a better warrior. If you remember when we were fighting Radon, and I saw him with Alexander, at the end, Alexander was saying how he was weak, how he cracked within his first hit, and he was putting the guts and corpses of the people who had fallen on that battlefield onto himself to make himself become stronger and greater. Jarbaron is basically doing the same thing, but with Alexander's innards. So he's going to be just as strong as Alexander. That's the way that they portray it.
Thanks for coming back, cuz. I've been thinking. It's time for me to set out on a journey. As a warrior jar. Upon the path of champions. Wow. Cuz, are these insights from Uncle Alexander? Thank you, cuz I'm a warrior jar, so I need to be strong. I can really have them, right? I understand. I'll get strong. Strong enough. I deserve to have Uncle's insights. I don't think I'll see you again. When I set out, warriors are supposed to work alone. Goodbye, cuz. And thanks for everything. I'll never forget you, cuz.
And here we are. That, to my knowledge, is all of the quest lines that we had gone over and we had finished. Now, the quest lines were not necessary for platinuming. They were not at all. I could have skipped majority of them. There were certain ones that obviously, like Ronnie's, that you needed to do. But aside from that, we did the rest because. Now we are going to finish the game on the Frenzied Flame ending. After that, we'll do the regular ending. And then, ladies and gentlemen, That is platinum, baby.
Lord of Frenzied Flame. I will seek you as far as you may travel. To deliver you what is yours. Destined death.
The fallen leaves tell a story of how a tarnished became Elden Lord. in our home, across the fog, the lands between. Our seed will look back upon us and recall an age of fracture.
And there you have it. That is the end of Elden Ring. This will be the last video that I post of Elden Ring. I have completely finished all the trophies, all the stuff, gotten all the extra crap I could have gotten, and I have now officially platinumed every single Souls game that I know of. I don't think there's any more, but I've platinumed Souls 1, 2, and 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro, Demon Souls, and now Elden Ring. This game is awesome. I loved every moment of it, and just to prove that I platinumed it, here's a little screenshot of my trophies. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this series, even though it was a lot longer than any series I have done as of yet, I hope you guys enjoyed. I really hope you did. I know there's a lot of Souls fans out there. I know several of my Souls fans of my own, and I know they share the same passion for these types of games, just like I do. These games are something that you experience once, and then you can try to re-experience it multiple times, but you'll never get back to that same first initial feeling of it. But it's gonna always want you asking for more. Always. I love the Souls game. Ever since Dark Souls 3, which is actually the first, it was completely out of order. Dark Souls 3 was the first Souls game I ever played, and then that hooked me to all the other Souls games. So I am very excited that I got introduced to Souls games, and very happy that I got introduced to Souls games, and I'm glad that I stuck with it. And I'm very proud of myself to have actually platinumed all these Souls games. I'm not saying that I'm as amazing as all these other people who speed run freaking 40 minutes in a game, but I'm pretty impressed and proud of my accomplishments as of late. So with all that being said, again, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys have enjoyed as much as I have. This was an amazing game. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, ring the notification bell, post in the comment section whatever games you think I should try to platinum, or just to see if there's a game that you want me to play to check out. By all means, I'm down for anything. Just leave it in the comments section below. And yeah, thank you all for watching. And as always, I will catch you all in the next one. Peace out, everybody.